Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Well, it's afternoon where I am, but good afternoon or morning or evening or night, wherever you are. I'm scientist, VTuber from the future, Leo Lovelace. Today, we're back with Master Duel. I didn't get to play it last week, I know. Crazy, considering I've been playing it every single week since I debuted, except for last week, I think. So I broke the streak, but we're back. We can start a new streak. In that past, 2-week period, though, Tearlaments have come out, which I don't know a whole lot about, other than the fact that people seem to really not like it. At least, sorry, I shouldn't say they don't like it. They don't like playing against it. But evidently people like actually playing the deck, because from what I've heard, it is just all over every level of ranked. Everybody seems to be playing Tearlaments. Everybody is building it. And if you're not building it, then you're getting mad playing against it, or playing decks to specifically counter it, just to show the Tearlament players that they're not so undefeatable, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know a whole lot about Tearlaments. I'm gonna mess with the volume a little bit here. Okay. I think this should be okay. Okay, so I don't necessarily feel like I need to build Tearlaments. What I need to do, and what I'm planning to do before I actually start jumping into some games, is looking at potential cards that I could craft, or if I already have them, just add them to my existing deck, which is Sky Strikers, just so that I have more options to counter them with. So right now I'm running this deck, and from what I know, Tearlaments is very big on grave activations and milling cards in the deck. That's pretty much all I know about Tearlaments. So I do already have 2 Ghost Bells in my deck, which is good for, negating grave activations. But I could definitely add more just to be safe. So I have the 2 Ghost Bells. I have the 2 Called Bys, which, again, if they have some monster in deck that's activating, monster in grave that's activating an effect, banish it. I do also have, where is it? I have 2 of the Shark Cannons, which they don't negate an effect in the grave, but I can banish something from grave. So if they are trying to do a grave, again, I don't know what all of the effects are, what they do. I've never played against them. I haven't read the card effects. I just know they use grave. So with this, I could, if they're trying to bring something back from grave, I could banish whatever they're trying to bring back, at least. So I have, as of right now, 6 potential counters in the 2 Ghost Bells, the 2 Called Bys, and the 2 Shark Cannons. But with how pervasive they are, it might be in my best interest to just add more. So I pulled up some article that I was looking at earlier that just gives suggestions of cards that are good to have for counters. I see Dimension Shifter is on here. But I don't think Dimension Shifter would really work for me with Sky Striker, because it's if you have no cards in your grave, then any card sent to grave is banished. But I, as a Sky Striker player, am so dependent on grave that I can't really swing that card. Like, the only time I could feasibly use it would be on the first turn. Which, sure. If they go first and they're pulling off a crazy combo, and I had a Dimension Shifter in my first hand, then yeah, they can't do anything if they're using grave a lot. But that's such a rare chance of that happening, I feel, that I just don't know if it really makes sense. What else do we have suggested here? DD Crow. discard this card to grave, then target one card in your opponent's grave and banish that. So, yeah, okay. So it says in the description, if your deck can't handle dimension or can't include Dimension Shifter, which is, I think, my case with Sky Striker, then you could try basic hand traps like DD Crow. Ghost Bell is another one that it suggests, which I already have 2 of in my deck. And then Skullmeister is the other, which I think I used to run at some point, but I don't currently. So let's look up DD Crow and see if I have any. I don't have any. But I do have plenty of SR points. So I'm going to bookmark that for now, just so I can think about it. And then Skullmeister was another. I don't know if I have any. Yeah. I have some on my other account. I don't have some on this account. So when a card effect is activated in your grave, you can send this from hand to grave and negate the effect. So both are good for messing with Tearlaments. Ghost Bell, Skullmeister, so I was just talking about those. Cosmic Cyclone is another one that it's suggesting. So that could be useful for me as a Sky Striker player because it's a spell. And Sky Striker is so dependent on having at least 3 spells in grave to use all of the Sky Striker spells' secondary effects, that having this to do some type of removal, I think they have a continuous, either a continuous spell or trap or 2, something like that. So this is probably a good one to add to the deck, just so I have it. So I'm going to craft one of those. I'm going to add that to my deck. So we got 1 Cosmic Cyclone added. I'm going to bookmark it just so I, again, remember that as a potential counter. Keep going through. What else is in this list? Evenly matched. I think I haven't evenly matched, but again, Sky Striker's running a trap. I mean, if it's a really good trap, it's not a huge deal. Whoops, I didn't mean to type trap. Evenly. So I do have an evenly matched. Okay. So at the end of battle phase, if your opponent controls more cards than you do, you can make them banish them face down. So I think, if I remember correctly, what's good about evenly in this instance for being good against Tearlament is that they don't get sent to the grave in the first place to where they can then activate their grave effects. And then I don't know if Tearlament also has effects like you can banish this monster from grave, do this, or if this monster is banished, then activate this. So if they have effects like that, you can still get screwed, but since evenly banishes them face down, they can't activate those effects. So I'm going to add that to my deck as well, just to be safe. I can always remove them. Like I said, I have never played against Tearlaments, so this is very much just me kind of messing around, seeing what does and doesn't work. And then I'll just modify the deck as I feel it needs to be. So another one that it suggests is Abyss Dweller, which is a 4-star Exceed. So let's look that up. Ultra rare. Hard for me to swing an ultra rare when I only have 30 points. So while this card has a material attached that was originally water, all water monsters you control gain 500 attack. So I don't think that's what's important here. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, and your opponent can't activate any card effects in their grave this turn. So that's really nice, because Tearlament does so much grave stuff. However, Sky Striker, in addition to being dependent on having 3 spells in grave to activate most of these effects, Sky Striker also wants no monsters in the main monster zone. So I could have this in the extra monster zone, but then if I want to be summoning Sky Striker monsters, I would have to summon them to the main monster zone. So that kind of hurts me. Because then the only way to get a monster out of that is I'd have to use the Abyss Dweller as a material to link into a Sky Striker monster or something else. So even though I see the appeal of Abyss Dweller, I feel like it's not the type of card that works well with Sky Striker just because of needing that main monster zone open. So another one that I see suggested is Mystic Mine. It seems like it's not as high of a suggestion, but oh. Is that not in Master Duel? It must not be. The list I was looking up, I think, is for TCG, not just OCG, so maybe it's not added yet. Another one that it suggests is... Oh, it's banned. Okay. Thank you for the heads up, Worthless. I did not know that. Was it previously unbanned and it only recently got banned, or has it been banned for a while? Alright, Soul Drain is another one that I see as a possible recommendation. Continuous. Activate by paying 1,000 life points. Monsters that are banished, as well as monsters in the grave, cannot activate their effects. That also seems nice for preventing it. However, I assume since this is continuous that it would be you have to pay 1,000 each time an effect gets triggered if you want to counter it. So you could really burn through your life points that way. If this was 1,000 per turn, that's not bad. But if this is 1,000 per activation, that's not so great. Always banned on Master Duel. Okay. Evidently, I need to pay more attention to the the ban lists whenever they announce them. I mean, if it's always been banned, then I didn't start playing right when it came out. I think I started like a month or two after, maybe? Was it last February? I don't know. Rima, hello. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so I'll probably hold off on Soul Drain. So then there's also some niche or fringe options. It lists here Earth-Shattering Event. I don't think that seems good for my deck again, because it says if a card is sent from the deck to the grave, target a card in each player's graveyard, shuffle into deck, and then neither player can send cards from deck to grave for rest of this turn. So that could be good for countering Tearlaments, but I don't really have a way to get that from deck to grave myself. So, oh no, it says if a card. I read that wrong. I thought it said if this card. It's if a card is sent from deck to grave. So then, and this is a continuous spell. I'll probably hold off on that one. So I think based on the lists that I'm looking at, I'd probably be okay just with the Cosmic Cyclone and Evenly Matched as potential counters. I don't really see... I mean, I guess I could add... What was the other one? Like a DD Crow or a Skullmeister if I really wanted another hand trap type thing. But, yeah. So DD Crow, discard to grave, target a card in grave, banish that. Target. And then Skullmeister was just, it doesn't banish it, it just negates it. I mean, both could certainly be useful. I don't remember which one was the ultra rare that I was looking at, but yeah, I can't really swing making that ultra rare when there's still so many, like, staple ultra rares I haven't crafted. You know, Zeus, Harpy, Foolish Burial, Crossout, Unicorn, Masquerena. Like, I feel like I need to prioritize those or actual like main cards from a new deck that I'm building, rather than like these random things that I'm building specifically just to be a counter. I can't swing the Abyss Dweller. So maybe I will craft the Harpy, because Harpy could be good because Tearlament has those continuous spells or whatever, so I could get rid of those, and it's also a spell for me, which is nice. Alright, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna generate Harpy. Throw that in my deck. So now I have 45 cards, kind of big, instead of the usual 40, but we've added Cosmic Cyclone, we added Evenly Matched, and we added a Harpy. So I get a free pull. Cool. Wouldn't it be funny if I got another Harpies from this? I didn't, but I got Marianne the True Draco Phoenix. Okay. So that'll be good for modifying my deck for now. But let's look at... I want to look at the Tearlament pack. I will say, I really like the art in the Tearlament stuff. Oh, they have Melfi? Like, the Tearlament actual, like, archetype. I know that my thumbnail is me looking at this girl and being annoyed, but she has a nice design. I will say, the art is definitely good. There's another Tearlament that looks good. A lot of ultra rares. Jeez. So is this the okay, so this is the continuous Tearlament spell. Hello, Noel. Welcome to the stream. If a monster is normal or special summoned, and you control a Tearlaments or Visas Starfrost, you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to grave. Also, all monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack. If this is sent to the grave by card effect, you can add a Tearlaments trap from deck to hand. That doesn't feel like it's too debilitating. I guess the big deal would be sending the top 3 cards of deck to grave, because if they have if they have an activation that's when this card is sent from deck to grave, then, you know, that hurts you. And then if they're in the grave and then there's a different, you know, it's easier for them to chain when they're using grave a lot. So this could be obnoxious because of that. That looks nice. All right. I feel like we just need to learn by doing. I don't even know how prevalent is Tearlaments really going to be in gold. I don't know. I've heard people say that they're like all over every rank in ladder, essentially. So theoretically, I might end up running into them in gold. Maybe not. I really don't know. I'm going to do a 10 pull on Tearlaments just because it's new. At some point, maybe I want to join them and be the bad guy. Who knows? But that would mean abandoning Sky Striker. I will have to make some new decks and try them at some point. I can't always be Sky Striker, but I do like Sky Striker. I like control decks. All right, let's see. What do we get? Wow. So I don't know a whole lot, again, about Tearlaments, but we got one of the Tearlament boss monsters, I assume. We got this Primeval Planet thing, which I think is pretty important. And we got this other Tearlament spell. 3 ultra rares, and they're all Tearlament. I mean, that's a good 10 pull. And then SR-wise, it's just some Melfi stuff, but... hey, Leo, I'm a little late. You pulling for tier. Hello, Master. Welcome to the stream. I I don't know if I'll actually build tier. I just did a 10 pull there because I was like, why not? But what I did at the start of the stream was I just modified my Sky Striker deck a bit to add a couple of cards that I could use to counter tier if I run into them. So I added this Cosmic Cyclone to banish a spell or trap because they have those continuous ones. I added an evenly matched. Again, just if they go first and I happen to have an evenly first turn or something, I can get rid of quite a bit of their board. And since it banishes face down, they shouldn't be able to activate effects from that stuff. And then the other thing I added was Harpy's Feather Duster. So I was also looking at a DD Crow or a Skullmeister, just to, again, have some negate against something in Grave. But when you combine the Cosmic Cyclone, the Evenly Matched, and the Harpy that I just added, I already had 2 Ghost Spells, which are for negating stuff in Grave. I already had 2 Called Bys, negating in Grave. And then I had 2 of the Shark Cannon, which doesn't negate, but it banishes something from their grave. So if they're trying to bring something back from grave, I could banish whatever they're trying to bring back. So theoretically, I have like 9 cards right now that could be helpful out of 45. So what's that? 1/5? 1/5 of my deck is a potential. And then I have the Widow Anchor, which negates an effect on the field. So if it's a monster on the field who's starting this chain, just negate that to stop the chain. I have the Droplet. So I feel like I do have a lot of stuff I could theoretically use. I mean, I have 2 Veilers. So who knows? Always pays to be prepared, though. I mean, yes. Just because I've heard just how obnoxious this can be, I was like, I should probably just add more stuff to the deck just in case. Usually tier decks have many other mill cards. Not sure which cards negate Grave for the turn, but Necro Valley comes to mind. I have a few good Grave negates. Oh, but having a few good Grave negates is great too. I would, I need to look up Necro Valley. I assume that's like an Eldritch thing. All Gravekeeper monsters, cards in the grave cannot be banished. Negate any card effect that would move a card in the grave to a different place. Ooh. That seems like a very good counter for them. As long as they don't have a way to get rid of this card, then, you know, if they're trying to do a lot of shuffling, or move deck to grave, grave back to deck, grave to hand, grave to field, this would be really good. Unfortunately, I used all my ultra rare points to craft that Harpy that I added, so I can't really add this, but I'm gonna bookmark that. That could be helpful. Okay. So I am gonna add a DD Crow. Get me another Grave Banish. Why not? I'm a hand trap-a-palooza here. What's this? 5, 10? I have 11 hand traps just for monsters, and then obviously got some spells too. Got a lot of hand traps here. Alright. I mean, since I had such a good tier pull, it makes me want to do another one. Might as well, right? Ah, yes, the crafting point grind. It's one hell of a grind. Ah, see, this is what I get for getting greedy. Potentially no ultra rares. Okay, got 1. Vera the Vernasylph Goddess? I think that's in this pack, but this isn't Tearlament, is it? Is this Melfi? Most decks have 9 hand traps, so you're above average, which is better than average. I guess it's better than average in that sense, but it's also more toxic than average. If I'm running that many hand traps. Supreme Sea, Mare, Vernisylph, Amazoness. It's weird to have Amazoness, Melfi and Tearlaments all in the same pack. I don't know. I think we just need to go into a duel. Are the Fates gonna throw us into a Tearlament duel to start? Or do we get something else? Let's find out. Moment of truth. Ulysses. It's like some famous Greek hero or something, right? I'm going second, my favorite. All right. So we got none of the cards that I just added. But Ash, nice. Rose, good. Can start our combo. Engage, obviously nice. What is this? Fusion Deployment. Reveal a fusion monster in your extra deck and special summon from your hand or deck one of the materials. Also, you cannot special summon monsters. I guess I'm going to Ash that. It's just like, if they were going to summon from hand, then would that actually... I don't know. So they play this. Okay, they're not playing Tearlaments. Cyber Dragons. With the upgraded deck, they should be no problem. Let's hope. Let's hope. I'm going to be rusty. If I lose any duels today, I'm just blaming it on not playing for 2 weeks. I'm too rusty to remember how to play Sky Strikers after that time. This guy's going sicko mode. It's a lot of traps and stuff. I don't like that. Oh, how convenient. How convenient. Let's just make sure they don't have any counters to that. If this is normal summon, target at level 3. If this card destroys an opponent's monster, if this card would be destroyed by battle, it's not going to do that. Immediately after this resolves, do something. I guess I'm just going to Lightning Storm take out the whole back row. This thing I could easily take out in a fight, and then this I can just pop with something. Get rid of all the spells and traps, please and thank you. What are you waiting for here? None of these 4 can do something. Can they destroy that before it activates? Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't have a negate, so I don't think that would actually do anything. You can draw a card. Well, I've already used my Ash, so I can't do anything about that. Okay. Bring out Rose. Activate Go Hayate. Of course. Our boy. I mean our girl. Not our boy. Alright, so... I have 1 spell engrave. I could have gotten rid of both of these if I used the engage at the start. Ah. Alright, whatever. Go battle. No. Take out the bigger one. So activate Hayate's effect. Do the old throw engage. I already have engage. But now I can have two. So we'll go Kagari, pick the engage up. That gives us a lot of flexibility, which is nice. So we'll take that. And have to end on Shizuku, so we'll get another draw with Shizuku. Now, the question is, what do I want to do with the engages here? I feel like I'm not too worried about this thing. I mean, I guess they could, like, fusion something with it. But I have one spell engraved right now. Alright, I'm going to play one engage. And I'll pick up a... I'm going to pick up a Widow. So that I can counter if they try playing something and having some effect. I'll just end turn with that. So I'm going to keep the second one so that I can get the bonus draw on the next turn. And I want to add... I'm going to add a Monster Pop. If they do get some Fusion Summon off and have a big thing, it would be nice if I could just take it out immediately before I start doing my next thing. Add a spell or trap, that's fine. Add a light monster. Okay. A lot of ads. What's she working towards? What are you trying to build here? Something face down. Okay. Scary. Perhaps even a little spooky. A lot of thinking. I'm sure because it said if he loses... Now I'm blank. I think it said that if they lose this duel, they'll lose a rank. So they're probably really trying to be careful. Connection failed. Opponent playing mind games here. I guess the mind games are over. Well, we have a new duel pass, so get a whole lot more rewards for the next 50 ranks or so, which is nice. All right, another one. As usual, I will play until roughly go second. Bella-chan. I'll play until about 5-ish. So we'll see how many duels we can get off in that time. Hopefully have a good record. 1-0. That's kind of a cheap win, but a win is a win, right? I like their sleeve. I forget if that's the Exceed or the Link one. What a power move, surrender. Never thought of that. Oh yeah. Is this trade-in? Yep. What was that? So this is another dragon deck. Draw 2 cards? We don't do that in this house. Two games in a row I had Ash first hand. That's pretty convenient. Okay. Monster Reborn. I just was kind of thinking, but would it be kind of toxic if I Monster Reborned this guy? And then just, like... If I Monster Reborn it, that counts as a special summon. And then this says, if this card is special summoned from grave, which it would be, you can target one monster your opponent controls and banish it, so I could banish this thing on their field. It would gain attack and defense equal to whatever its level is, which is probably not a lot. And then I would have a big guy on the field to start. But then I couldn't activate my Sky Striker cards. So I'd be kind of stuck. Really just depends how much I want to mess around, I guess. Because I could just start my Sky Striker combo by playing this, going into Hayate, doing all that stuff. Alright, I'm going to do that. So I'll play that, get a card, go into Hayate. It would be nice to at least pick up the engage. I can always do that Monster Reborn thing at a different time, assuming they haven't special summoned it themselves. So, yeah. Let's attack. I'll attack this thing. Just in case. 2100. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? This can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a dragon monster. Alright, I take some damage. Not a huge deal. I still get the engage. Okay, so I'm going to go Kagari. Pick the engage up. Now, that's dangerous. It can be treated as 2 tributes. So, alright, pick engage up. Bring out Shizuku. Convenient, the pure Leo luck made from Heart of the Cards. Hey, I will never say no to Heart of the Cards. So we'll throw down the Widow Anchor. I'm gonna hold off on the engage now, or for now, and turn on that. So activate this. We'll pick up my other engage. Dual engage. Unless they have Ash. Which would only be fair, because I ashed them on the first turn. They're really thinking. One of these cards in hand must be crazy. Ash, okay. It's a trade-off. You know, it is what it is. If I had a called by, that would have been nice, but not a huge deal. I probably should have put down Droplet, too. Not too worried right now. The real question is, do they have something that they can tribute summon using that? If not, I'm in a good position. If they do, depending what kind of tribute they can get off, that could be problematic. But we'll find out, won't we? Monster Reborn, wow. Well, they're gonna Monster Reborn that guy, and then they'll use its effect to pop my Shizuku. Now, I think that's a little disrespectful, personally, so I'm just going to negate it. So you won't be popping me, I'm sorry. You can still attack and destroy it that way, you know, that's fine. It is what it is. Now, can they get something with these two monsters to end their turn? Uh-huh. Hieratic Seal, okay. Ghost Bell, okay. So, alright. How many spells do I have in grave? 2. Thinking here. Alright, I'm gonna play Engage. And I'm gonna pick up Array. So now I have 3 spells in grave. I'm going to Monster Reborn. And I'm gonna target there. Now, just this is a quick effect, so I think regardless of who I Monster Reborn, it's going to use its quick effect. Probably tribute itself, and then return whatever I use to hand. I'm going to go Kagari. And then using Kagari, I can pick my Engage back up. So I'll do that. I'll return my Kagari to the extra deck. Doesn't negate it, so I still get my Engage back. If this is tributed, special summon a dragon monster from hand or deck. So I'll take something from deck, I would imagine. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, that's a big guy. During your main phase. So I don't see how this is going to help him. Alright, so I'm going to play Engage again. I'm going to take a Area 0. Get an extra draw. Widow Anchor. Beautiful. So we play Area 0. Play Ray. Do the Area 0 Ray combo. See if we can get an extra draw out of that. Resolve. Sure. I'm going to summon another Hayate. And we got Terraforming, Veiler, and Ash. Okay, so no extra draw. Unfortunate, not a huge deal. So we'll just attack and take this thing out. Activate Hayate's effect. Throw something to grave. Let's throw one of my multi-rolls. Just get another spell in grave. So this has an effect, which was if a face-up dragon monster is destroyed by battle, you can special summon this card. Which I'm not going to let happen. Sorry. So that's gone. Nice. So now we can special summon. We cannot go Kagari again, unfortunately, because they removed my one that I had summoned before. Oh wait, no, I've used both my... No, I've only used one. Now I've used 0 because both are back, which means I can recycle Engage 2 more times. Nice. Okay, so we'll throw down Widow. I'm going to keep Droplet in hand for now. Activate Shizuku's effect. And I'm kind of in the mood for a Monster Pop. Why not? Not often that you see a clear field turn 4 with a Zeus. Is that what they were trying to go for, a Zeus? I don't know if I've ever actually summoned Zeus myself, now that I'm thinking about it. What is this? During your main phase, you can send the top 2 cards of your deck to grave. Then if there are any Lightsworn monsters sent to grave. Okay, I'm not really concerned about that. Mirror Force, good. I don't want to deal with that. Oh, cleared field turn 4 without a Zeus. Okay, that makes more sense. What is this effect? Whatever. Draw. Pot of Avarice. Cool. I'm at work, just wanted to drop by and ask how's Leo doing against the new meta. I haven't played any duels against Tearlaments yet. So, good, I guess. Just by nature of no interaction. I added a couple cards to my deck to help counter some of their stuff with Grave, but I haven't gotten to play against one yet. So this thing's effect was... That's not a dragon, so it won't get triggered. So, let's go Kagari. We'll pick up Engage. Because what else would we pick up? Get that back. Hell yeah. What are we going to do with Engage? Activate it immediately, of course. We will pick up a... Let's pick up a Grave Banish. In case they try doing any recycle. Get an extra draw. Reinforcement of the army. Alright, let's activate that. Let's pick up another Ray. Nice, okay. Go battle phase. Take out this guy. They shouldn't be able to activate. Yep, they couldn't. Okay. So then we go Shizuku to end turn, as usual. So what do I have in grave right now? Kagari, Shizuku. Alright. So we'll put down the Shark Cannon. And end turn on that. Activate Shizuku, get another draw. And we'll take, let's take another of the Shark Cannon. Good to hear. Hope it continues to go well for you. Hope you're doing well today too, Master. Thank you, Sebi. Yes. I hope it continues to go well as well. I feel like I'll end up playing against one at some point today. It seems too unlikely not to. But I hope, assuming you're working, I hope your shift is going well. Or goes well, if you're going there soon. Eagle Booster. Okay. So here's what we'll do. Go Kagari. Alright. So, after going Kagari, we can pick Engage up again. We are going to be Toxic Kings today. Play Engage. This time we're picking up a rose. Get an extra draw. Called by. Okay. Dope. So now... I'm going to attack the face-down monster, and I'm going to hope that it doesn't have 2100 defense like that last one. It doesn't. Poor Kidmodo Dragon. If it's sent to the grave, you can special summon a dragon-type monster from hand. That is the thing that returns itself. Okay. That's fine. And this is not a dragon. It is a dragon type, and they have another one in grave, but it can't get triggered on itself. So let's just pop it. Get rid of that. Thanks, it's been alright, busier than I would like. Oh, back to work. That's the nature of work, I guess. It's never quiet when you want it to be. Just gotta keep the head down and push through. Okay, so we do main. Then we go... Alright, I'm gonna go Kaina. Just because of what I'm about to do after this. So. Go Kaina. Then I'm gonna play Pot of Avarice. What are you gonna do with that? I'm gonna bring back both Kagaris. I'm gonna bring back all 3 Shizukus. Toxic King. Bring them all back. 2 free draws. Widow, Lightning Storm. Cool. Alright, let's put down Droplet. Let's put down Called By. And, then we summon another Shizuku. So we'll get another draw. Let's put that down. Don't need to activate anything else. I'm going to put down my other Widow. I will end turn. I'll get to activate my draw. I'm going to pick up the Spell Pop this time. I'm going to have to discard a card. Get rid of Eagle Booster because I don't really use that often. Alright. I think unless Bellachan has a Lightning Storm or Harpy's Feather Duster, I think they're going to have a pretty bad time. If they do have one of those, I'm going to get upset. Which option? End phase. They don't have anything. No monsters to even put down. Okay. Maxi. I don't think I can OTK because I don't have the Veiler. And they don't have any... Alright, that's fine. So... multi-roll would be kind of nice, huh? So let's go Kagari, just so that we can get a nice damage boost while we're attacking. And... activate her effect, take engage back. Why not? Might as well. I'm just gonna have to start throwing cards away after this turn. Now I could play Ray. That would let me summon Rose, which is another 3,000 damage, so I'd have 5,300 damage on board. Let's do that. Bring Ray out. Just deal a lot of damage here, why not? I was trying to think, like, could I use Hamp somehow? I don't think so. Alright. So we'll go main. And just end turn on that. I could have ended Shizuku so that they get a nerf on their attack and defense if they summon a monster, but Cosmic Cyclone. Alright, I'm gonna play Called By just to free up a spot on the board. I'm gonna banish this thing because that's obnoxious. See if they activate whatever that is. Okay. That's fine. There's a linkage OTK line on empty boards. Okay. I did not know that. I'll have to look that up. Figure out how it works. Linkage I'm still very new to for the most part. Valor. Aha, wow. Okay. So they're going to activate that. They'll probably get rid of Kagari. They're going to get rid of... Alright, well, before they can get rid of Rose, I'm going to Cosmic Cyclone. Get rid of their Called By. Actually, that's not going to negate this effect. I don't... Maybe? Yeah, no, they can still... Whatever. I mean, that's... This guy comes back, okay. So... I'm gonna go... I'm gonna go Zeke. Clear up my main board. I'll use Zeke to banish this thing. Get rid of that. Okay. Play Engage. What are you gonna do with Engage? Pick up a Ray. Might as well take an extra draw, it doesn't matter. Play Ray. That's game. Okay, well. I need to figure out what that linkage OTK is. You get some long games, people usually surrender pretty quickly to me, and I don't even play good decks. Stubborn meets stubborn, I guess. Generally, the only time I surrender is if I make a severe misplay. Like, especially early. Like, if it's late game, and they're probably gonna win next turn anyway, and I mess up, like, whatever. I'll let them just finish me off. But if it's really early... Well, if it's really early, I could probably recover. I guess I rarely surrender as is. It's usually other people surrendering if that happens. Either way, yeah, I definitely have had some long games. I think my longest was over 20 turns. Adri? Alright, can we tier up? Okay, we can start our combo. We could pick up another Area 0. That's kind of... already have one. It's just good to get a spell engrave, I guess. It would have been nice if this was a Ray instead of a Rose. Not awful. Two spells down. Okay. So... engage. Ain't that something? Alright, let's engage. You know what? I should have done terraforming first in case they had an Ash. Because that doesn't matter. I already have an Area 0. What I want is... what is that? Special summon a zombie monster from deck or grave, but okay, I got Eldritch here, huh? If you control no Eldritch monsters, you can only special summon Eldritch monsters with this effect. So they'll summon Eldritch the Golden Lord. For the rest of this turn, you can't special summon except zombie monsters. I don't think... yeah, that doesn't negate it, unfortunately. Does that mean only I can only summon zombie monsters, or is it them? In which case, that doesn't matter. I want a Ray. I probably should have picked up a monster pop, but whatever. So what is this? You can send this card and one spell or trap. I mean, I know what Eldritch is, but still. I need to remind myself of the effect. So you can't activate the first effect because he's not in grave. Can't activate this effect because he's not in hand. Oh wait, yes, he can activate this effect. So they could target... if I summon something, they could just immediately remove it unless I get rid of it. But if I try getting rid of it... alright, I'm gonna Widow. Negate Eldritch. Probably activate his own effect just to get rid of it. He's probably got alt art, that's why I see most play this deck. The alt art looks nice. Max C, that's annoying. Special summon this card as a normal monster. Can destroy a face-up card on the field. That doesn't mean anything. Did he mean to destroy his own card, or was that unintentional? He thought he could destroy mine? If this is in your grave, you can send a spell or trap you control to the grave, add this to hand. So he doesn't technically control one, right? Like, would this still count as a trap, or does it count as a monster now? That makes sense. If you misplay pretty bad, it's kind of the same as losing. You can check your longest game in the data. I'll have to check that after this, then. Does it tell you the actual time, or just the number of turns? Alright, let's just use terraforming. Just get another spell engrave. Alright, activate one of my Area Zeros. Activate Ray. Activate that, target Ray, see if we can get an extra draw. You know the deal. What YouTuber ends their videos with, "You know the deal, let me know how you feel"? So that wouldn't get me enough to defeat him. Neither would that. So let's just go Hayate. Ray, Veil. Alright, so let's add another Ray to hand. So we have 3 spells. So let's battle. Just attack direct. activate this, throw another spell into grave. We will throw a multi-roll. You can pop with Cyclone, I think, since it's still a trap. Okay. I wasn't sure, but if that's the case, couldn't they just do their Eldritch thing? If this is in grave, you can send a spell or trap you control to grave, add this to hand, then special summon a zombie from hand. Like, why wouldn't they do the Eldritch combo? I don't know. So we go Kagari. Pick up the engage. Now, with this being a zombie deck, heavy on the grave, I think what would be best is a grave banish. So we'll bring engage back. We have 3 spells in grave, so we'll get an extra move, which is good. We'll take a grave banish. Extra draw. Maxi, okay. Eldritch is not a quick effect. Okay, yep. Alright, I'm gonna set that. I guess I'll activate Cyclone just to get rid of this then. And on Shizuku, they'll get one more draw. Unfortunate, but I think it's important that I get the draw. And turn on that. I'm going to pick up a Widow Anchor. I can't. Okay. In that case, I'm going to pick up a Monster Pop. I took way too long on that turn. For that being my first turn, I had no excuse to take 250 seconds. Or 280 seconds, whatever that was. So now I'm definitely at a disadvantage moving forward. Alright, I'm gonna just max C at the start. Just so they know. Just so they know. So, what was that card's effect? Oh yeah, they set something. Set something. So now Eldritch is doing his thing. I'm a banish Eldritch. Nice try. Nice try. Okay. So, oh, okay. Just summon another Eldritch then. Why not? Ah, he does have the alt art. You were right, Master. Oh, Raigeki. How nice. You can pay 500 LP. Normal summon a vampire monster in addition to your normal summon. Okay. Hello, Jerry. Welcome to the stream. Banish this, set another spell or trap to deck. Okay. Where's Harpy when I need it? Okay, special summon a zombie monster from hand or grave. Oh, another engage. Okay. So, having get let's think about this. All right, I'm gonna play the monster pop. Get rid of Eldritch. He'll probably activate his effect to send himself to grave. Oh, you're gonna bring back the Eldritch who's banished, huh? Okay. Okay, so how am I gonna maneuver around that then? So you have two Eldritches. Doing a lot of combos here. Pop that. I get to pop another card. So I'm just gonna pop this face down one. I can activate this to bring my... what do I have in grave? Alright, I'm gonna bring out a Rose. Because I already have a Ray, so it just gives me more options. And then, what is Zeke's effect again? Is it any monster, or... Finish it. Face up. Okay. So, let's go... Let's go Raigeki. Get rid of Eldritch again. We will special summon, go Kagari to get some extra oomph in this attack. Bring a card back. Engage, but of course. Alright, attack. Gotta go fast. Gotta become speed. Do that. Go main. Go here. Let's go Nightmare Phoenix. To pop that thing. Activate the effect. Let's throw Rose. Get rid of that. Alright. Play an engage. Ah! I want this. Get an extra draw. Camp, okay. Put this down. End turn. Ah, I would have liked to do a little bit more, but fighting against the clock, my greatest enemy. So they'll probably bring their Eldritch back. But then I should be able to pop it. Hold on to that face down card again until they try bringing Eldritch back. Set another golden land thing. Okay. So both of those are special summon as monsters. So now they're trying to bring Eldritch back. Banish him. Now, they could theoretically do that a second time, because they do have a second Eldritch. That's probably why they brought 2 cards back. No? Can you only do that once per turn? Even if they're different cards? Okay. I just lost track of what they're doing here. Special summon a zombie from deck. So that will special summon an Eldritch. Okay. Ash, oh. So much for summoning that Eldritch, huh? Okay. So, let's go... Let's play Engage. They'll do something here. I feel like I should be able to win this turn. I'm gonna pick up the monster pop. I mean the spell trap pop. Get an extra draw. Get a called by. Nice. Okay, I'll hang on to that for now. So then, let's play Area 0. I mean, they're definitely gonna activate a bunch of these things. It's just a question of when. Play Ray. I can't activate Ray's effect. Alright, let's just try... Let's see how this pans out. They're going to activate something here. One of these ones that... I don't think I can win this turn, after all. They're going to activate something, yep, that will summon itself. It'll summon itself as defense position. Special summon from hand or grave. I'm going to call by to get rid of the Eldritch that they have in grave. Okay. So this can only summon something from their hand then. Aha! They weren't happy that they couldn't summon that Eldritch, huh? Hey, a win is a win, right? Win is a win. Gold 3. Progress. I think we're 3-0. Still haven't run into Tearlaments, which is fine. So let's check. You're saying in the stats you can see data. So my longest game in terms of number of turns was 26. 26 turns. I mean, it must have happened on one of my streams, because I don't think I've done any duels off-stream. I mean, I've done solo mode, but, like, actual competitive duels have all been on-stream. So it would have been some previous one that I'm blanking on. I can think of 1 or 2 duels where my opponent and I both bricked, and then every turn was just like a heart of the cards, which one of us is finally gonna draw a card that we can use to start whatever combos we want. But I feel like that was around 18. But evidently I had one that took 26 turns. It's a long time. Alright, let's redeem all this stuff. So we did that. Redeem the dual pass stuff. Nine ultra rare points. Cool, cool, cool. Any ultra rare points is very, very appreciated. Alright, another one. Another one. Solo mode is pretty fun. I like the stories that they made for the cards. God's Pool Boy. Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of story mode. I think mostly the first, like, really just the first 3 or 4 sections, maybe. But it is nice that they made some, like, actual lore for the cards and everything. This opening hand is just Hand Trap City. Sword Soul. Okay. I don't historically have a good record against Sword Soul, off the top of my head. I think the decks that I've struggled against the most have been Sword Soul and Branded. Oh, that's too bad, because I also have a Ghost Spell. You won't be special summoning that guy. If I was God's Pool Boy right now, I'd be pretty mad. Solo mode is pretty fun. Oh, wait, I read that one. I complete them all. You get 200 gems at the end. I feel like I must have known that at some point, and I forgot. But 200 gems is a good reason to actually go through and do them, for sure. Given, I mean, there's like at least a few dozen story mode, or gates at this point in the solo mode, right? So you could get a really good amount of gems if you actually go through them. Alright, we'll do this. Throw Engage. You know the deal. Kagari. Alright, so we'll pick up Engage. What do I want with the Engage is the question. I'm kind of feeling a Graveyard Banish in case they try bringing something from Grave. So let's play Engage. That's only fair. It's only fair. I can't be mad about it after I just did it to them 2 minutes ago. I do get a second one, though. So I'll get a draw from that. I'm going to throw down Widow Anchor. End turn. And we will pick up my other Engage. Oh, no, I can't because that's an Engrave. So we'll pick up the Graveyard Banish. Yeah. Sword Soul is hard to combat, tough matchup against most decks. I guess it's very valid to be placed in the S tier then. Sword Soul is yet another type of deck that, like, I'd like to build at some point. It's just every deck is expensive to build. What is this? Can special summon this from hand? Okay. Are they just doing that to get something on board and then they end turn? Or Oh, they can special summon something. Okay. Monk of the Tenyi. This must just link into something else that's better then. Oh. Banish it from grave, special summon a Tenyi monster from deck. Okay, so they'll summon something else, and then they'll use that plus Monk to summon something else. How far down the ranking is God's Pool Boy in the Heaven Hierarchy? Man. If he's just a pool boy, I can't imagine that he's very high up in the ranking. Another monk? So he's going to use that effect again to summon another thing? Oh, return to hand. Okay. So they'll get rid of my Shizuku. Oh, they're going to get rid of my Widow Anchor. Okay. What do we got here? Shaman of the Tenyi. Discard a card, then target a worm monster in the grave, special summon it. Also, for the rest of this turn, you can't activate the effects of monsters special summoned from the extra deck except Tenyi. Alright, I'm gonna Veiler that, just so that they can't do the that special summon. I think I got distracted when I was initially responding to the previous question, but he knows God, though, or at least has seen him. How many people can say that? That was where I was going. Like, purely in the Heaven hierarchy, right? He wouldn't be very high. Because you're just a pool boy, right? But if you were comparing to also people on Earth, it would be significantly higher because they actually know God. They don't just know who he is, they interact with him on, I don't know how often, maybe only in the summer if you're the pool boy, but like, you know, you're cleaning his pool, or you're the lifeguard or something. I don't know what the pool boy would even do. So it would probably be to the bottom, towards the bottom of the actual Heaven hierarchy, but of all living past, present, and future beings, it would be up there. Yeah. Okay, so what do I want to do here? Let's summon... So I have an Engage in Grave. So let's go Hayate. I might be able to OTK. If I use Shark Cannon... Oh wait, no I can't. I don't have enough spells in Grave. Damn. Okay. Alright, attack direct. Trying to think, can I... Alright, I'm gonna use this. I don't know what this spell is the question. Or trap, I mean. It could be either. Who knows? So they let it happen because that was pointless. I just used that to get another spell in Grave. So we're going to attack. We're going to throw another spell in Grave. And this time I'm going to throw a multi-roll. So go to main. So Now I have 3 spells in grave. I'm gonna play Kagari. I should be able to OTK next turn as long as they don't summon something. So activate Kagari's effect. We'll take Engage back. Okay. Then we play Engage. What is this thing that they have set? That's suspicious. Alright, I'm gonna pick up the Monster Pop. I'll play the Monster Pop. Get rid of this thing. This thing. Then I can also pop this backline one. Sword Soul Blackout. Alright. So then we can go Shizuku. So we'll get a draw out of that. I'm going to put down Widow Anchor and Shark Cannon. And turn, and then with the Shizuku effect, what do I want out of that? I have a Ray in hand. I'm going to pick up a Spell Pop. Just in case all they draw is a Spell or Trap, and they can't use it, so they just place it. I want to be able to get rid of it before I do my stuff next turn. And it's a pot. Okay. It's too bad I didn't have an Ash, but... Harpy. No! 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 Oh, I might as well activate this just to banish something. I'm gonna banish their Sword Soul. Okay. Now I don't know if I can OTK. Ecclesia, tribute this, special summon a Sword Soul, or Fallen of Albaz. From Dex, they're gonna take Taya, banish something from grave, special summon a token. Alright, so they're gonna synchro into one of their boss monsters. Ah! Both of my Kagaris are in grave, which is unfortunate. Four, five, six. Spooky Trap never sits right when they have a face down. I completely agree. Always makes me antsy. I want to get rid of it as soon as I can. Doing a lot of stuff here. I would like to get rid of this thing. Summon something else using these two. Go figure that they drew the one card they needed with that pot to set all that into motion. Well, I think I could really use a pot. Pot or engage? Or a monster pop? Widow. Okay. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So... Let me think here. Let me think. Alright, I'm gonna activate Widow. I'm gonna steal the 3000 guy. They shouldn't be able to counter that. Not the use of Widow. Take control of that. Now... I'm gonna summon my Ray. So go battle. Take out his guy with this. That's fine. Then I can attack with Ray. Then I can activate her effect. Bring out a Kaina. Attack with Kaina. Go back to main. Then I can go Zeke to get rid of their guy, because they would have gotten it back otherwise. And then after going Zeke, don't have anything to banish. Then I can go Shizuku to end turn. I'll get a draw. Pick up something. And turn on that. So activate Shizuku. What are my options to pick up here? I have another Shizuku. I guess let's take Linkage. Man, I just like was so in the zone trying to figure out the best way to try and get rid of both of their things. Okay. Best to steal and crash, probably. We were on the same wavelength there, Monster. I mean, not Monster. Worthless. Add a Sword Soul from deck to hand. Unfortunately, I have like nothing I can do to counter plays that they make during their turn, so I'm just trying to figure out what I can do on my turn. So I'll just play that. Reveal a Sword Soul in your hand. So if they don't have a Sword Soul or Worm in hand, they can't do that. So it'll just be, can they Synchro or Link? No. Okay. Nice. Get those gears grinding, Leo. Your galaxy brain can comprehend this. Evidently, I made a good enough move there to to end up pulling off the win. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Whatever you guys were thinking while you were watching that, it's like I was picking up on the wavelengths, right? And then I could figure out what I should do during that turn. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. So we did that. So you know what the best thing to do is after winning a nice duel like that? You redeem your rewards, of course. And then you head into the shop. And then you do a 10 roll to celebrate. Oh. Oh. Oh, what is this? Pathetic. Okay, 2 ultra rares, not pathetic. I take it back. I already had both of these, but now I have 2 of them. I don't know how many this deck runs, but now I have 2 of each. Okay. So, another duel. Another one. See if we can get to gold 2. Starwind. Something about this person, the name kind of scares me. Like, I feel like they're going to be really good based on just their name alone. Don't know why. Let's see. A ritual? Reverend Dread? What the hell is this? Vendread? I have no idea what this is. What did I get? Called by? Okay. Multi-roll? I prefer that mid-game. Pot. That's more of a mid-game thing again. Well, we'll see. Just doing a lot of stuff over here. Keep it going, Starwind. Let me know when you're done. So much going on. So much milling. The ritual animation is kind of cool. What is this? If this card battles an opponent's monster, you can banish one zombie monster from your grave against their entered attack. If this card is sent to the grave, you can add a ritual spell from deck to hand. And then send a monster from deck to grave. I'm trying to read the effects, man. You keep going before I can even finish. You think I'm some kind of speed reader or something? I do read kind of fast, but not that fast. Can use each of these effects once per turn. Target event dread card and grave, add it to hand. During damage calculation, if this battles a monster, send a zombie monster from deck to grave. Opponent's monster loses attack equal to the level of that times 200. Ooh. Okay. What is that? Send a zombie monster from hand. Special summon another one. Vendread monsters are used to give abilities to the monster they ritual summon. Oh. That could be obnoxious then if I'm not, if I'm not fully paying attention to what's being used, then yikes. You know, it would be great if I just won on a timeout win on the first turn. That would be fabulous. So they take a whopping... They take 5 minutes for their first turn. I feel like it's been going on for a while. I can't respond, so... I don't know how long it's been. But it feels like a while. Let me check. Can I check? So one of my friends texted me right around when this game started. At 3:51, and it's 3:55 right now. So I feel like they spent like a solid 4 minutes there. This is... Come on, what do you mean you're not giving me a Raigeki or a Lightning Storm there? Alright, well, as soon as they realize I'm Sky Striker, they're going to activate this thing, they'll banish something, and then they'll declare trap so that I can't... I mean, spell. So then I can't activate any spells. However, if I play multi-roll... Would that override that? Because it's... Your opponent can't activate cards or effects in response to spell cards activations. I guess it wouldn't, because if they play this, they could just block me out of playing spells in the first place. And that's... Oh, that's not a quick effect, so I'm fine. I did not get a helpful starting hand. This ain't looking good. Ain't looking good, Chief. Well, we have to play Rose. Go into Hayate. What are you doing over here? Huh? Since when was that in effect? So this is, I guess, what you were saying, Master, where it must have gotten that ability from... Yep, so this must have been used to ritual summon it, and it got that effect, which was target a special summon monster and banish it. That doesn't have... And that's a once per turn. I don't even special summon often enough to be able to get around that. Because if it stops my first special summon and removes the monster, I can't special summon anything else. I just don't think I can do anything. I mean, I drew an absolute shit starting hand, but... I mean, they don't have enough damage to finish me. They're off by 1,400, I think. 5,006. Yeah, 6. So I still have 1,400 left. All they have to do is just normal summon a monster, though, and I'm done. All right, I need a lightning storm or a Raigeki. It's my only hope. Ah. I mean, that's it. I can't do anything. Like, I can't steal because I don't have enough spells that I could activate. If I could steal, I could do something. But I can't. Yeah, that's game. Seems fate was not with you this duel. May it grace you next draw. Yeah, I mean, give me something that I can use. That was awful. Like, as soon as that ray was shut, I mean, the rose was shut down, there was not a single thing I could do. And one of my friends often says that that's part of why he doesn't like playing Sky Strikers, because he says he feels like he bricks too often and can't get started. But I feel like it doesn't happen often. But that was one of those instances where it does happen, and then, like, you're fucked. You can't do a single thing if that happens. Like, this is another one where if they have an Ash, I bricked again. Okay, not necessarily. If they do have an Ash, there's still a chance. I just have to sacrifice either my Monster Reborn or my Shark Cannon, which I don't want to do, but I could do. They must have bricked as well. Alright, let's see. Are you gonna Ash me? No. Nice. Nice. In that case, I can do the old Area 0 Ray combo. Okay. Area 0, target the Ray. Activate the Ray's ability. Bring out Hayate. Terraform, Rose, and Monster Pop. Okay, let's take Rose. Just so I have another way to start a combo, if I need to. I have one spell Engrave. Okay, so we'll battle. You will attack direct. Throw Engage. The 1, 2, 3 combo. I take Agari Shizuku. Pick up the Engage. Go Shizuku. I probably should use the Engage right away. I don't like to if I don't get the extra draw, but now that there's a second Kagari, it's a lot easier to get extra draws out of it, so might as well. I want a Widow Anchor. So then we end on Shizuku. So I'll have a Widow Anchor and a Shark Cannon to counter stuff with. Still don't know what they're playing. The face down thing is a little... eh. I could Raigeki it. I feel like I'd be better off waiting until later in the game to use that rather than wasting it early on. So we'll activate this, and with Shizuku, I want to pick up... let's pick up a Monster Pop. I don't really need a Monster Pop if I have Raigeki, but I don't want to waste Raigeki on one monster. Like, it just seems... I don't want to say inoptimal, but there's definitely a better way to use Raigeki than on one monster. Alright, Locks. Let's see. No, oh, this better not be branded. Oh, I should have widowed that. How to use mine? I can't read. Yep, all I had to do was widow that, and I would have been fine. Send a fusion from finish one monster in the field. Also, this card cannot use its effect next turn. I'm gonna let it do that. I'm not gonna let it do that. Why can I not activate Widow? Oh, because I have freaking Ray here. Of course. Now Ray is banished, which is mighty unfortunate. However, I have Raigeki. Okay, I misplayed right there, but not the end of the world. Not a horrible misplay. I don't know why it didn't... I don't want them to pick up a branded fusion. Okay. So, what am I going to want to do here is the question. I have 2 spells in Grave. And that card that they just set was this: fusion summon a fusion monster from extra deck using monsters on your field from your hand or field as material, including a dragon monster. You can also banish monsters from grave. Okay. So let's play Rose. Go here. Let's go Hayate again. Just trying to, like I've said, Branded is kind of my arch nemesis, so to speak. So I'm really trying to figure out the best... Like, I really want to board clear them. So... activate his effect. I'm going to throw a multi-roll. Come to main. So now I have 3 spells in grave. So I'm going to play my Monster Pop. Get rid of Mirror Jade. Then I know what this one is, so I want to get rid of that just in case. You can destroy all monsters your opponent controls during the end phase. I can't negate that, so I guess if I special summon that, would that negate it? Because then it's not in the grave anymore. Oh, and its owner's control leaves the field because I guess it probably doesn't matter. Alright, so I want to go Kagari again to pick that engage back up. It's a lingering effect, it applies during the end phase. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking that. That's fine though. Destroying my one monster is not really a huge deal. It would be much worse if it was destroying my backline. Okay, so let's play engage. And I want let's take another ray. And a rose, okay. I was really torn that, like, there's a few different things I'd like to do, but now if I go Shizuku, will I get my effect off before theirs? It says during the end phase, but this also activates during the end phase. So does it pop me before? Well, it doesn't negate me, so it shouldn't matter. Okay. End phase. I guess activate my effect. I feel like chances are they're going to activate that card that they set last turn. Alright, I'm going to pick that up. So now they will get rid of my Shizuku. Okay. Okay. I don't think we're in that bad of a position right now. With the two combo starters here, Raigeki if they get a crazy board, Monster Reborn if I need to try going endgame or something. Yeah, I had a feeling they were going to activate that. So what does this do? Whatever. Oh, but it's going to use the Fallen of Albaz. So it'll use Fallen of Albaz from Grave, I think, banish itself, and then it can bring that back. I'm assuming... Again, I don't really know all of the branded combos, I just know I don't like playing against it. Okay, yep, so it banished Fallen. So at the end of the turn, it should be able to bring that back. Credit Plant. Once per turn, target a face-up monster your opponent controls. That's fine. Discard a card, take a Despia monster from your deck, add it to hand or special summon it in defense position. Okay. Actually, all they need to do is special summon or fusion summon one more thing and they have enough damage to beat me. So I need to steal something with my YuGiOh. Otherwise I'm screwed. Add a branded. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna steal their Predaplant. I don't think there's anything they can do about that. Yeah, that doesn't make a difference. So they get that back again. I get to take control of the Predaplant. So now they shouldn't be able to kill me this turn at least. I think I'm going to have to Raigeki at the start of next turn. Putting something down. End phase, okay. Alright, so they get it back. Harpy, okay. So I'm gonna activate Jamming Waves to start to pop this thing in the back, and then try and take out Predaplant with it. If that fails, I have Raigeki. Failing meaning that they activate it and then do the summon. Because ideally, it kind of baits out the summon, and then I can Raigeki everything that they have. And they targeted the Mirror Jade. So actually, yeah, this... I'm going to activate that, get rid of the Mirror Jade. Because if I let them summon that, then even if I Raigeki it, they'll banish whatever I play. Which I don't want. So then I can destroy another card, take out the Predaplant. What was that? If a fusion monster you control would be destroyed by card effect, you can banish this card from grave. Ah, okay. Okay. Raigeki. Bye. Good riddance. No. Aluber? Get out of here. Aluber. I hate you. Alright, I need to just try and focus completely. No talking. Not while I only have 18 seconds. Alright, do that. Take Shizuku. Multi-roll, evenly matched. Engage, yes, take engage. Play engage. Camp. Another draw. I didn't want to pick that up, but I had to pick whatever the first thing I saw was, or else I would have lost from time limit. Either of the other things would have been better than that. That was actually the absolute worst thing I could have picked up there. Either way, Not terrible. I was just kind of like, oh well. You're gonna pick up a branded fusion and set that and then activate it. You hit 0, how close? I literally must have been like a split second from losing there. And I hate, absolutely despise, losing because of time limit. Which is why I had to go like full focus right there. So what are you going to summon with this? Curatus, okay. Okay. So you'll take out my Shizuku. Very disrespectful. Still have a kinda. Okay. Alright. So let's Harpy. I'll probably activate whatever this is. I think it was something they set earlier. Special summon some monster. I don't see what effect I could have activated with Predaplant there. Negate his effect with Predaplant. Okay. So they're still gonna summon Fusion something something. Oh no, they bring that out. Okay. Yeah, they brought that out. Then Fusion summon a level 8 monster from extra deck by banishing from either field. So they'll probably banish my Predaplant that I stole. Or they could banish both of mine. Okay. Asshole. Well, that's game. This is why I absolutely hate branded. What the hell am I even supposed to... I mean, I was panicking, rushing at the end of last turn, but what was I even supposed to do? There's way too many effects to keep track of in this freaking deck. That card being able to get rid of opponents' cards and banish them at that is just absolute bullshit. I understand sending them to grave if you're going to use an opponent's stuff, but banishing it? That's disrespectful. I'm gonna evenly match them. They deserve it. Why didn't I get to activate it? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't understand why evenly matched didn't set off. Is it because I set it the same turn? I have to set it the previous turn? What the fuck? Okay, well, there's a time where Eagle Booster comes in hand, because now I shouldn't get my attack reduced. Haha. That's how it feels with the new meta, confuse your opponent with effects. Reasonable. Only people who actually played the deck will fully understand it. Can I activate evenly match now? Force them to banish a couple things? At least that one doesn't banish from my field. Still mad about that. Just such bullshit. Okay. Guardian Chimera. It's gonna attack me with that. Well, there goes my evenly matched. I can't be destroyed. You should have attacked my Ray. Unless you just wanted to deal the damage, in which case, that's fine. Okay. Multi-roll. Okay, so I want to activate Area 0. I want to... Is Zeke my only one left? Ah. Okay. So I have to go Zeke. I can banish Guardian Chimera for 1 turn. If I summon Guardian Chimera back... Summon Chimera. I'm basically just like doing random shit. He's gonna special summon the Chimera before I can. It's hopeless. No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's game. You stupid fucking piece of shit. I wanted to special summon Hamp using Zeke as the base. So I'd have 2 high attack monsters that hopefully couldn't get killed the next turn. Why, when I selected special summon, did it then prompt me to activate Zeke's effect that banishes a card? I assumed, as I feel like most people would, that when you click a monster in your hand and then special summon, you're trying to activate that monster's effect and then choosing what you're getting rid of. Which is why I clicked on Zeke. I did not want to activate Zeke's effect. And I can't even... What is fucking Hamp's effect? I don't... Why did it then push me to Zeke? If you control a Sky Striker monster, which I did, you can special summon this card from your hand to either field by tributing 1 monster from that field. What did I do? I clicked on Hamp, I clicked on special summon, and then I clicked on Zeke, thinking that's what I would special summon. Why? After clicking special summon, did it not do that? If I left Zeke on the field, I would have lost, because they would have fusion summoned something that had enough attack that it would take out Zeke, and then the difference in the damage would have killed me. So I needed to get rid of Zeke with Hamp. I just have literally zero idea why. If I clicked on Zeke first, then I understand that it thinks I'm trying to activate Zeke's effect. But if I click on Hamp first, which is what I did, and I specifically click on Special Summon, because it was Special Summon or Normal Summon, and if I clicked on Normal Summon, it would have treated it like a normal Tribute Summon, and I would have had to use Zeke and the Chimera, which I didn't want to do. That's why I clicked Special Summon. That makes literally 0 sense. There is not a plausible reason in this world that that should have happened. I could have potentially won. I've said forever that they need better recognition of effect activation and choosing a card. I would agree. Because that was complete bullshit. And that's an example of it not being clear what's about to happen when you click on the next card. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I want to go back to that last move and see if there's some reason that it makes sense. Because I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea. Can I, like... Is there a control in this that lets me skip to a certain turn or something? Yeah, it's kind of annoying that you can't skip to a certain turn. Keep it moving. Turn 10. That's what we want. There's seriously no way to skip ahead? I don't want to have to sit through everything. I guess there's not. I feel like they should add that. Alexa, play TikTok on the Clock by Kesha. What am I talking about? It's not called TikTok on the Clock, it's just called TikTok. Who would have known that like 13, 14 years after she released that song, there would be an incredibly popular app called TikTok. Konami doesn't like to do a lot of work, bare minimum for them. It's too bad, because I think Master Duel is a pretty well-made game all around, but that just seems like a really small thing that it just doesn't make sense that they would implement. At least, I mean, specifically in this case for the replay thing with being able to jump to a specific turn rather than having to sit through the whole thing. But if you mean like with the better selection of, you know, what you're picking in the effect order and all that stuff, then yes. I do think it must be hard to, like with YuGiOh, where there's so many different cards and effects that can respond at different times to different things, it must be hard to like properly code the game to like pick up on every single thing and do it in the right order. But, you know, for a company as big as they are, you would think they would be able to do it. I still don't get why my evenly matched didn't get set off either, that turn that I used it. They held on with 800 life points for 4 turns. I mean, they put in the work. It's a great game, but they don't really pay attention to the little polish that would make things better. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if just a lot of games are like that in general. It feels like if you compare games from, I guess, like 2013 on, like PS4 era and on, but not even at the start of PS4 era. It feels more like mid to late, like maybe around the mid, like 2015, 2016 and on. It feels like the game development industry in general kind of shifted from releasing fully finished games that are like, they're not buggy or they're very little buggy. They're not like doing these seasons where they're adding a bunch of content throughout that probably should have been in the base thing. Like, alright, we're in turn 10. It feels like the mentality shifted away from releasing complete games at the time of release to, well, we have to hit our deadline of this release date, so we're going to release it even if it's incomplete and still has bugs. And then, you know, if there was content that we had to cut to hit the date, now we're going to release it as DLCs or free updates if they want better PR. And any bugs that players report, you know, we'll just fix it in patches. And it's great that nowadays they can fix stuff. Because, you know, they couldn't fix things in the past, and now they can. But it is annoying that it's not necessarily a complete experience at the start. Now, I like DLC. If it's, like, good content, I'm... like, Fallout and Skyrim, like, those DLCs, I've been happy to pay for them, because I feel like you're getting really good value for your money. They're clearly not cut content from the original game. They're additional things that they developed and added in. That's good DLC. But predatory DLC, where it's like clearly something that I think might have been removed and then just added back in after they like worked on it a little more, not so good. Okay, let's see what happened here. So I activated this. I wanted to do my Area Zero Ray combo, but I realized I can't do that because I wanted to go Zeke. And when you do that, you can only do a single summon. So I had to ignore the Area Zero, go Zeke. Zeke lets me banish that card, which I did. Then, since they activated that thing, I went to banish the effect monster, or the fusion monster, because I didn't want that to come back. They activated their card to bring the fusion monster back anyway. So at this point, I should have lost. But I got lucky. Because when they brought it back, I played the multi-roll, and then I used the Area Zero on the multi-roll, and I happened to get a Widow Anchor, which was basically the best Sky Striker card I could have pulled at that point. Used the Widow to steal a Chimera. Now I have big enough guys to beat both of his monsters. So I have the overwhelming advantage at this point, right? The only problem is if they fusion something, fusion summon something. Because basically all their monsters are 2500 in attire attack and higher attack. If they summon one of those, I'm going to lose because they go after Zeke, and Zeke would be beaten by those with 1,000 or more difference, which would beat me because I only have 700. So I need to get Hamp, who has 2,500 in place of Zeke. So I can't actually see in the replay after sitting here for all that time. It doesn't let me show what was happening in my hand. It just skips to the Zeke thing, sends it, that's game. Well, I guess I'll never know. Unless I watch the VOD later. Alright, I think I have enough time for maybe one more duel? Maybe two if this goes fast. Majestic. Majestique. Okay. Games are getting too big, too many things to pay attention to. How can you make sure every single thing is working when you have a whole world, DLC, and bugs as corporate greed at work? Yeah, to an extent. To an extent, I agree. Not to an extent. That was that didn't make a whole lot of sense. Decent starting hand. So, I don't mind big games, depending on the type of game, right? Like, I said them earlier, but like a Fallout or a Skyrim, or this isn't Amazonist, so is this gonna be a? That's the same pack as tier, so is this going to be a tier deck or is this an Amazonist deck? So yeah, I was saying a big game like a Fallout or a Skyrim or like Ghost of Tsushima, I think is a big game. Like Dragon Age, I think is a big game. What else? Those types of things, you know, I'm totally cool with that. Now, if it's a big game, you know, maybe it is like a 25-hour game and it has a big open world. Cool. Big action, adventure, RPG game. That's fine. You know, I think where it gets annoying is when they have like 800 collectibles. Like, really? Okay, you had to have 800 collectibles? That's complete overkill. Oh, if you, also, if you want to get all the achievements in the game, guess what? There's a multiplayer trophy. A multiplayer trophy? What do you mean there's a multiplayer trophy? This is a single-player action-adventure game. No, because we add multiplayer in every single game nowadays. Every game has to have multiplayer. That's just the rules. I don't make them. That's the rules. Unless it's like a visual novel. Or most like single-player first-party Sony games. They don't have multiplayer. They, I think, tend to focus on the big single-player story experiences, which I like. I think that's a big reason that I have leaned towards Sony for consoles for a long time, because I really like their single-player story-focused games, and very rarely do they have multiplayer. If they do, I feel like it's reasonably well implemented. Like The Last of Us, I thought, had decent multiplayer. Ghost of Tsushima has multiplayer, but it's like a co-op mode, and I never played it, but it seems like it was good. I'm gonna get rid of the spells and traps just because the face down stuff is scary. I'll probably activate something though. Yeah. It's like, why not? I mean, if I'm gonna lose it, then I might as well use it. Sure. Add another monster. So this is useless. But, yeah. So DLC, I don't mind, depending on the type of DLC. Like Call of Duty Zombies is another one where, like, I like the DLC. Like, they actually released the zombie maps for free in the new game. But even when they were paid for the previous games, I always felt like the maps were good enough that it was worth like it was like $15 and you get 5 multiplayer maps. Plus, really, this pendulum thing counts as a monster? I should have destroyed monsters. I thought that this would count as a spell too, because it was in the spell zone. So it was a good value, like $15, you get 5 multiplayer maps and a zombies map. That's good stuff. I do love Huge World though. I'll take a few bugs for a Huge World. DLC is good if it's added content, not cut content. Okay, yeah, so we're like on the same page there. I like Bethesda games. Stereotypically, they are massive, right? Like huge worlds, tons of people, tons of things to do. And their games are also, like, generally speaking, pretty buggy on release. I haven't encountered anything like super awful, except for when I played on PS3 back in the day. But there definitely are bugs or like slowdown here or there. And I'm like, I enjoy the game so much that it doesn't bother me that much. But yeah, for the DLC though, for sure, if it's like added content rather than cut content, that's good. Add the other engage, yes please. Alright, so we go to battle. I'm gonna attack this defense one, just to get rid of it. Hashtag Leo should have won. I agree. Big agree. I probably shouldn't have won, and I just didn't know any better, but it is what it is. So I'm going to activate that. I'll bring back... I'll bring out a Ray. Why was that protected? What the fuck? Why? This doesn't protect it. This doesn't have a self-protect. That doesn't protect it. Oh, that one does. Because I can't read. I can't click on everything and read first. That makes sense. Okay. So throw something that I don't really need into the grave. Throw a multi-roll. So now I have 4 spells in grave. That's fine. That's good, even, actually. So now I go Kagari, and I'm going to get bonus draws from both of my engages. There we go. Red Dead 2 is another. I actually haven't played Red Dead 2 yet. I played Red Dead 1, and I liked it a lot. Back in like 2010 or 11 or something like that. But I still haven't played 2. I own it. I haven't played it. Okay, so then we're going to go... Let's go Zeke. I'm not going to banish anything. I just wanted to get that off the field so I could do my engage. So I'm going to take engage. I'm going to pick up a monster pop. Get a bonus draw, and we get Eagle Booster. I mean, not great. So activate the monster pop. Get rid of this big guy. Good riddance. Get rid of that. Bye-bye. Activating something from grave. I can't do anything about that. I understand, but I respectfully disagree. I love achievements and collecting. Multiplayer achievements suck. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, so I think it depends for me, Master. Like, I like collecting things as well. I mean, like I've said, I'm huge on card collecting, and like in gacha, like I like collecting the characters and whatnot. I don't mind collectibles, just if there's not like an absurd amount. Like, if there's 100 collectibles in the world, not bad. I always follow a guide. I don't want to search them out myself. But it's not too bad. Okay, so we do that. And then I want a... I'm going to pick up a grave one. Get a bonus draw, another Ash, cool. So we can do a special summon, gonna end on Shizuku. Sorry, I don't want to like lose to timeout, so I'm just trying to get through this before I finish responding. Don't want to activate any of those. Gonna put that down. Gonna put this down. Gonna put this down. And turn on that. And then with Shizuku, I want to draw. Let's draw. Let's draw another Widow. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So like, an example of a type of achievement collectible that I liked in a big open world game was the Batman Arkham games, like Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight. The Riddler trophies in those, where, you know, some of them are like platforming challenges where you have to like maneuver your way to somewhere interesting to get it. Some are like puzzle based, some are combat based. Like, those were fun because it was different types of challenges to actually get to the collectible. There was a lot of them, but I thought they were still fun. What's that? I'm trying to think of an example of a game that I really didn't like the collectibles in. Definitely, it's not a specific game, but one type of thing in games that I don't like is when there's like a mini-map and the collectibles get marked on the map. I like that. You know, I want to know where they are so I can just go to them. Like, maybe you have to unlock something to reveal where the collectibles are. That's fine. But if they never show on the map, I hate that, because then I don't know which ones I have and haven't gotten. And if I have to like pull up a video walkthrough and follow that step by step by step to get all of them, that really annoys me, because I just like, I don't want to have to keep glancing back and forth between my screen and YouTube video, my screen, YouTube video, my screen. Oh, I missed a turn, now I have to backtrack. Like, it's just so much better to know which specific ones I'm missing, and then I can look up that specific one. So I guess it's more of the way that collectibles are implemented that I might get frustrated with, rather than the nature of collectibles. But even saying that, even if it is marked on the map, if there's like 800 of them, I'm not going to be happy even if they are marked on the map. That's too many. 100, 200, especially if they're different types of collectibles, I think that's reasonable. Any more than that, then I'm like, whatever. But I don't, you know, I don't knock it. If people like doing it and they like having that many things to go after, then, you know, by all means. I could see it being a good time sink if you're into that. I guess it's based on preference. I don't mind having to search them out, but I'm not above looking up guides or videos. I'd even replay if it's one of those dumb missable collectibles. Yeah, so I think that's where we differ. I think if they're marked on the map and I have to search them out myself, but at least the map tells me like the area they're in, I'm okay with that. If I have to look up a YouTube video for it, if it's like I have to look up one or two things, you know, whatever. Like, it's one or two. If I have to look up 5 to 10, like, I mean, it's not a lot. I guess I can deal with it. If I have to look up like dozens or hundreds, then I don't like it. But the last point, I'd even replay if it's one of those dumb missable collectibles. I would definitely not do that. Especially if it's a long game. Like, just to get the achievement, like if it's a 20, 30 hour game and you have to replay the whole thing just to get that one that you accidentally missed, I wouldn't have it in me. Like, there's too many games and anime and stuff I want to play or watch that I don't, like, that I need the time for, that I just can't afford to replay a game for 20 hours just to get it. But I do understand liking collecting. Like, I think I've said it in a different stream, but I am a massive, or I'm not so much at this point, but I was in the past a huge fan of like trophies and achievements and stuff like that, especially on PlayStation. Like I would spend a lot of time. What the fuck? What just happened? Well, I have another one, so it's not a huge deal, but I was not expecting that. But yeah, I had like a couple dozen games at least that I got all of the achievements in on PlayStation. Trying to think of which ones off the top of my head. Like Fallout 4, I think I got all the achievements. What else? A number of rhythm games. DJ Max, I got all the achievements. Beat Saber, I got all of them. I could look it up after this. Danganronpa, the first and second games, I think I got all of them. Zero Escape, I got all of them. Fallout 3, I think I was only like one away from having all of them. Okay, so I want to go Kagari, so I can pick my engage up. If you're a big achievement guy, Master, what are some of your favorite games that you've gotten all of them in? I'm gonna have to look up my list after this. So now I'm like, I know that there's at least 20. Like 25 to 30, and I'm blanking on what they all are. Alright, so we want engage. And I would like... the Monster Pop, please. Thank you. Get a draw, another rose. Okay, I mean, that's whatever. So play the Monster Pop. I'm going to get rid of the second biggest one, because I'm going to steal the biggest. That's the card that protects the other ones. I completely forgot about that. Oh, that's fucking annoying. Okay, take control of that. Why are they still so big? I don't even have... What? Okay, I'm gonna play Rose. Base attack is 1900. Okay, then I go to Nightmare Phoenix. I want to get rid of this pendulum thing in the back if I can. Get rid of my other rose. It's fine. Get rid of the pendulum. Come on. Hurry up. Pop it. Pop it. Thank you. Alright. Battle. So now I'm going to take out the big one. Take out the defense. Why didn't it die? What the heck? Is it because I still have this one? Does it protect them even if I have the card? Oh, Amazonas can't be destroyed by battle. What an obnoxious deck. I know I said earlier that I rarely ever surrender, but that I was getting pretty tilted as that went on. For my own sanity, I had to leave that duel. All right, let me check what my... I need to go in like 5 minutes to have some dinner, unfortunately, but I want to check what those other games that I got all the achievements in are that I'm forgetting. Let's see. I found a few good channels with like no subs looking up videos, so it's like 50-50 for me. That's true. I mean, if it's a way to discover new channels that you can... I mean, they're either streamers that you like, or they're like just content creators in general who post good walkthroughs and guides and stuff, then that's all good. Always good to find more content creators you like. Amazon this high up, don't see it that often. That was the first time I've ever played against it, so that's why I had just absolutely no idea that all of those cards were protecting itself and had effects, because again, Yu-Gi-Oh players can't read. I clearly wasn't reading. I think I'd lost 3 in a row to end it. Not ideal there. Alright, back on my list here. So, have a platinum. Okay, oh, how did I forget some of these? So, yeah, I had mentioned like DJ Max, Beat Saber, Danganronpa, Fallout 4, Zero Escape. I have all of them in Dead Space. Dead Space was the first game I ever got all the achievements in. I still need to play the new remake, but yeah, the OG Dead Space, first one I got all of them in. Batman Arkham Asylum, I have all of them in. I like that one. Need for Speed Most Wanted, I have all of them. But also, when I say all of them, I just mean for the main game. If it released DLCs, then I don't have the achievements for those. All of them for the main game. Rocket League, I got all of them. A bunch of visual novels too, like I mentioned Danganronpa, Zero Escape, Steins Gate, I have it. 13 Sentinels, I got all of them. AI the Somnium Files, I still need to play the second one. Ghost of Tsushima, I got all of them. I love that game. That was a good one. Like, that was actually fun to get all the achievements. Nier Automata, I have all of them, but I use that. If you haven't played Nier, there's kind of like a meta thing where after you beat the game, there's like a shop you can go to where you can actually buy the achievements in the game and it unlocks them for you. So I like sold everything in my inventory so I would have enough money in the game, and then I bought all the achievements. Root Film is another visual novel, I got them all in. Persona 5 Royale, I got all the achievements. That was a good game. I'm not a huge JRPG guy, but Royale was good. And then some other miscellaneous stuff, but those are the notable ones, I think, that I got all of them in. Damn, at least you had a good start. Yeah, that's better than nothing, for sure. I got all of the achievements for Project Diva F on PS3. I think I started... I used to have a PS Vita, and there was a Project Diva game on that. I think it was F Second, so the sequel to that. I want to say I got most of the achievements in that, or most of the trophies. I just didn't get... There was like a few that were a little grindy that I didn't want to deal with. I was like, oh, maybe I'll come back and do it. And then I ended up selling my Vita, so... kind of impossible to go back and get now. Unless they released it on like PS4 or 5 or something, and then I could get it there. Let's do one more 10-pack. I feel like any rhythm 100% is impressive though. Like, because rhythm games are very much the easy to learn, hard to master type thing. And pretty much every rhythm game is going to have like a beat the campaign on expert, or like get a perfect combo, get like full combo on every song, like that type of stuff. I know Beat Saber has stuff like that, and it's always impressive to get it. I'm really, really, really close to having all the trophies in Rock Band 4 on the PlayStation. I think, and that one's really rare. It's like 0.1% of all players have it. It's just the only ones I'm missing. I kind of need 4 people for. Like, I need a full band. And obviously, I can't play a full band by myself. And none of my friends IRL are really interested in it. So, I don't know if I'll ever get the achievements because of that. Wow. 2 ultra rares at least. Well, it also has the interact with characters minigame. Yeah, I think those are the types of things that I was like, I don't want to... I just didn't feel like doing it. Or, I think, I don't remember if this was Project Diva or if it was the Persona 5 rhythm game, which I have played some of. One, if not both of those, has some achievement related to, like, using every single item. So, like, every character has, like, certain things that they can wear on their head, or different shirts, different outfits, different, like, intro lines or whatever. Like, you had to use all of them. So it was basically like you would play a song, and then you would pick a character, and you would go through their list of items, and you would find one that you haven't used yet, and just equip a bunch that you haven't used yet, and rinse and repeat for every single character over and over and over and over again. I was like, honestly, I don't have it in me. Not right now, at least. All right, we got a Tearlaments Reinhardt, 2 Tearlaments Reinhardts. One of them is shiny. Another Vera. I think we got one earlier. And the SR one, Tearlaments Kikalos. Another Melfi, Amazonas. Not bad. Got a good amount of the ultra rares for Tearlaments. Oh boy, only 6 hours left if you're watching and you haven't redeemed the first anniversary pack. Only 6 hours until it goes away. It's free. Might as well redeem it. Alright, so overall today we had bad ending, but not bad overall. Alright, so we went 4-3 today. It's unfortunate to lose 3 in a row to end, but you win some, you lose some. I did spend a good amount of time at the start, also like going through cards to add to the deck as Tearlament counters, so I lost probably like 2 to 3 duels worth of time doing that. There's always the next YuGiOh stream to keep going up. Let's see, today's the 16th, so I still have some time to try getting back into Plat again before the season ends. But with that, unfortunately, I do need to end the stream so that I can go have some dinner. Not that it's unfortunate to have dinner. I'm having a very nice dinner today. I'm looking forward to it. But Sundays are those days where if I start at 2, I generally need to get off around 5. Like, oh, could start earlier, I guess. Who knows? But this was my last scheduled stream for the week of the 10th to the 16th. So hopefully tomorrow I'll post my schedule for the 17th to the 23rd. Is that what the next week would be? Yeah, 17th to the 23rd. Hopefully tomorrow I'll post that. Should be another 3 to 4 streams. I think, again, next weekend I may have some family around, so I might miss a stream either Saturday or Sunday. We'll see. But chances are one of those... I don't know. I have to figure it out. I don't have any solidified plans yet, but I think there'll be some family again. So we'll see. Should be at least 3. If not, the usual 4. And I have to decide what to play. Ooh. Since I finished Henry Stickmin, that opens up a spot to play something new. Do I get revenge on Vera and Monster Prom? Maybe. Do I start a new visual novel, start a new horror game, start a new RPG, play some rhythm games? I don't know. Oh, so many choices. So many choices. Anyway, when that schedule gets posted, it will be on my YouTube community page. I'll post it there. On my Twitter account, I'll post it there at Leo Lovelace VT, right there on the bottom if you're not following me. And I will also post it. I do like what a bunch of the agency VTubers do, and I make a scheduled stream for like a year from now, or end of the year or something, and I just upload the schedule there. So it should always show up on my homepage as like a weekly schedule of, you know, whatever this week is. So if you just go to my page, it should be there. With a list as big as you described, it would be a difficult choice for sure. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's my biggest... The biggest thing that I struggle with is making decisions. Like, I will spend a long time debating between things that really aren't a big deal. Like, I definitely overthink it, but what can you do? Just have to get better about it over time. I'm better now than I was, like, as a teenager, but I still could be better. Either way, usual. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, even as I lost a couple duels to end and got a little tilted. Hope you had a good time. Didn't run into any Tearlaments in the 7 duels, so maybe next time I'll end up actually facing some. Hope you have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Usual YouTube spiel, if you haven't liked the video or subscribed and you would like to, then by all means, I would appreciate a like and or subscribe, but you don't have to. I can't force people to do it anyway, but, you know, I appreciate it if you do it. And otherwise, I will see you on the next stream, which should be Tuesday night. So until then, hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you again for watching. I'm Leo Lovelace, scientist VTuber from the future, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.